So here's a quick distinction about the traffic, terms that I learned from Russell Brunson actually, and that can help you actually grow your business this year and the next year and then the next year and all that. And especially I'm coming live with this type of content right now because we're getting closer and closer to the holiday season. And this is especially relevant right now. And the reason why I'm coming to you with this type of content is because a couple of a couple of days ago, actually, last week, I talked to a good friend of mine, and he's from Spain. He's in Europe, and we used to do some business together and whatnot. And then he came to me because he was like overwhelmed with his business, so he needed some help. So I jumped in to give him a hand. And the first thing that we started doing is crack open kind of his business. And he's like, "Hey, listen, I got this website. We're getting tons of visitors um, every single day, and I don't know, how long this is gonna last." And I asked him a couple of questions. One of them was, "Hey, are you putting together an email list? Are you collecting email lists?" And he was like, "No." Okay, that's the first thing that we need to solve, because that's how you turn a website that gets a lot of traffic into a sustainable business, right? And that has to do with the distinction between traffic you control versus traffic that you own versus traffic that you do not control, but you can still get some, right? So the reality is that, and again, these are concepts that I learned from Russell Brunson. His book Traffic Secrets is pretty good, and if you want to get it, I have someone there. Yeah, have it there. It's pretty good. And he talked about three types of traffic, right? And every successful business online tends to go from the first two types to the third type. All right. So the first type is traffic that you cannot control, and that has to do with organic traffic, right? This website, my good friend, has a lot of traffic coming from Google. So that is traffic that he doesn't control. Like, unfortunately, that is traffic that he doesn't control, because Google can decide tomorrow to shut down his, change the algorithm or whatever, and then he loses most of his traffic. But it's still traffic that he gets. So it's traffic that he gets, but he doesn't control. So anything organic, I used to work with this company for another really good friend, and back in the golden days on Instagram, they used to grow Instagram profiles, and whenever they make a post on Instagram, you used to make a couple $1,000, right? And that worked until Facebook bought Instagram, and then they changed the name of the game. So at that point, it's a lot of traffic that you cannot control. Now, can you grow based on traffic that you can't control? Yes, of course. A lot of people are, heavily relying on organic traffic, SEO, a big following on Instagram, a big Facebook group, and whatnot. So that is traffic that you do not control, but can still benefit. You can still make you money. The second category is traffic that you control. That's mostly through advertising. You give Facebook $1 and they send you an X amount of traffic. You tell Facebook, "Hey, I want you to send traffic to this website. I want you to send traffic to this landing page." You do the same with Google, with YouTube, and whatnot. And that is traffic that you can control. Now, again, as you can control, you can spend more and more money to acquire more and more traffic. And if the economics, if the math of a business are there, then you can actually get a ton of traffic. Now, that is traffic that you control. But again, that is not traffic that you own. There's a big distinction, and there's a big difference between running ads and having traffic that you own. Now, the traffic that you own is your email list, right? An email list of subscribers is something that you own. Why? Because you own those details. You own that data. You own your emails. You own your name, your phone number, your list of subscribers is the traffic that you own. So you want to go from traffic that you don't control and traffic that you can control to traffic that you own. Because no matter what happens with Facebook, Google, organic, paid, TikTok, organic, paid, it doesn't matter. What happens is that the more you control the traffic, the more of a business you become, and a big business you become. And here's what. The reality is that right now, I was listening to Dan Kennedy's podcast the other day, a podcast that he has with Russell. And he was like, back in the pre-industrial revolution, people with land used to have money, right? Then it came the Industrial Revolution, and people with the means of production had the money. And then it came the Transport Revolution, so people with the means of transport had the money, right? And then fast forward to today, big companies, the biggest companies in the world, they don't own stock. Like Amazon, they don't really own stock. Like Uber, they don't really own cars, right? So what they do own is data. So the more you can own this data, the more you can turn traffic that you don't control, traffic that you do control, into traffic that you own, the bigger your business and the higher the valuation will be. So coming back to my friend, the first thing that we're doing right now is to start building lists. Start building a list, because that is traffic that you own. And if you want to learn how to actually control better traffic by actually showing ads to people that really want your product, and really putting together ads that drive clicks, leads, and sales, so that you can turn traffic that you can control to traffic that you own, whether it is growing an email list or whether it is selling your products and services, get my framework. It's on sale right now. It's 100mframework.com. It's took us a long time to develop, took us millions of dollars to develop, but since we developed this Facebook advertising framework, we didn't have an ad flop, which is pretty cool. So if you want to learn how to launch, create Facebook ads that allow you to turn traffic that you can control through advertising into traffic that you own, get the framework. It's 100M framework. I hope that is helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.